Hey guys, welcome to Beardcast. I'm Wade as usual, and finally, welcome to our first firearm review. I've been promising it for a while, and now we're finally ready to go. So I figured we'd go with a pretty fun firearm to review first. Today we are looking at this alien looking creature. This is the KelTec Sub2000. First things first, for all of my reviews, empty magazine, empty chamber. I want to make sure just for our regular firearm reviews, when we're not at a range, that I really stress that. So, safe gun, safe weapon, no ammunition around. Cool. Anyway, KelTec Sub2000, folding 9mm gun. Also comes in 40. This one's a 9. Takes Glock 19 mags. So, pretty standard, easy to get a hold of mag. We're gonna go through this thing from front to back. First off, to get to front to back, pull this little lever back here, and out she folds. Top folding firearm. Very cool. Really dig this thing. Super light, no weight to it front of the back. I mean, I've held handguns that I feel are as heavy as this thing. It's fantastic. So lightweight. So if you're looking for that neat subcompact feel, no weight to it, a lot of cool stuff. Now we'll start at the front. It comes with just a normal stock muzzle brake, little like 1/2 inch long piece of solid steel muzzle brake. I put the M Carbo muzzle brake on this thing. Helps reduce recoil a little bit. I actually shot this weapon today. Didn't notice a huge difference. I mean, I guess if you're a guy that shoots every single day the same weapon all the time, you'd probably notice it. But it does allow a little bit of energy to pass out through the sides and the top. So minimal difference. Really cool looking. I dig it. Standard front iron sights, Piccadilly rail, so you actually can get a adapter also from M Carbo. M Carbo is really the company to go to if you're looking for additions to this KelTec Sub2000. They make a 45-degree mounted mount for an optic. So if you want, you can shoot it at a 45-degree angle, and the reason you want that is if you mount a standard optic right on the top, you're gonna lose some folding capability there. So they make a 45-degree mount for that. All plastic right here. Some people like to put that 45-degree angle adapter on the front. I don't really care about them. They're not bad, but I have no problem holding right here, right about at this area. I'm comfortable right there, right? Not too bad. You don't have to hold it way out here because, again, there's not a lot of weight to it. So I keep my hands pretty condensed with that one. Plastic rear sight. M Carbo makes a steel one. I would suggest buying that. They make a flipping one so you can actually increase the sight picture through the back. So that'll be my next purchase for that. Also, so your folding mechanism right here. This is plastic. Also, you can order a nicer upgraded metal version. Just pull that out. Now your firearm folds in half. All right. Let's open this back up. You got your mag release right here. One thing about the mag release, standard, I mean, pretty easy to get to. Not uncomfortable or anything like that, but again, plastic. So lots of plastic on this firearm, but the upgraded accessories for it are pretty reasonably priced. I mean, I think I got this muzzle brake for like 20 bucks. The metal folding adapter / trigger guard, also pretty cheap, and they make a metal mag release. Now, what I would suggest is if you could find that, and then one thing that I noticed, when you load the mag, if you hit the mag release, it doesn't pop out for you. You gotta pull it out. Not a big fan of that. I think if you went with a better mag, maybe one of the metal magazines might pop out a little easier for you. Another thing I'm going to be looking at buying from M-Carbo for this firearm is a rubber sleeve that goes from here to here. So if you're like me, got a little bit of this chin lettuce right here, when you get up on the weapon, notice I'm right here, and when you get a little bit of that recoil, you get caught in this area, or if you get really up on close to it, that's a little too close, but you can get it caught up in here as well. And that rubber sleeve covers this whole area, so that's pretty nice as well. Charging handle right underneath here, really nice, good position. So when you're down in your firing position, you just give it a slap and it goes forward. Some people complain about this charging handle, right? Real thin, right? Not a sharp edge right there, but a pointed edge. I like it. I like to be able to get that good grab on it. The aftermarket ones are all a lot thicker. They're like as thick as your thumb. Some people like it, some don't. I prefer this nice smaller one. I want to be able to wrap my finger around that charging handle when I go to pull it back and really maintain control. So that's my personal preference. So I'm going to leave this particular charging handle on. Now, this gun's got some kick to it, surprisingly, right? It's not a gas-powered system. It's got a long bolt, so the back of the bolt goes to about here to here. So it's a two-piece bolt. And when you fire this thing, it's got some punch to it. They make butt stock pads for it. I ordered one, the wrong one shipped, so I gotta reorder, gotta send that one back. But they make it so it's just a nice little sleeve that comes on the back. Now, also, if you're looking at recoil management, so to speak, the other thing you can do is the spring inside here, you can get a little buffer, it's like a little nylon buffer that goes on the back of the spring that you can just toss on there, and that'll kind of help with that bolt blowback a little bit and reduce the recoil. Cleaning this weapon is super easy. One of the things I like about it, right? Because you want to clean your weapon. I'd say every time you fire, and then if you don't fire a weapon for any significant amount of time, I'd say even over the span of a month or two, you know, just tear it apart and give it a good look and a quick cleaning. Super easy cleaning. So obviously your barrel, there you go. I mean, nothing to take apart. Run your cleaner right down the barrel. Done. As well as inside the front, pretty simple. As far as cleaning the back, now when you take the back apart, so you got a little bit of spring tension right here when you ride the bolt forward. Once your bolt's forward, you can kind of depress on here a little bit, and there's a pin that just pops out. It's hot and sweaty. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it out right now. Hey, I got gloves right here. So you pull that pin out, and you can bring out the entire spring assembly super quick. Let's see if I can get a hold on this thing. There we go. So you got this little spring that pops out, and here's your retainer. And then all you gotta do is just ride your bolt back. Butt pad, and then the spring comes out. And here's that buffer that I told you about that I bought off of M-Carbo. It costs next to nothing. And they say this is gonna help with a little bit of that spring resistance and a little bit of that recoil. Charging handle pulls right out as soon as all that tension comes off. Not too bad for just being fired today. I'll give that a little clean later, but I'm gonna pop that back in, install my buffer again, because I'm not gonna completely take this thing apart, but you get the basic gist of it, all right? Put your shoulder pad, your butt pad back on there. Now you got 3 positions. I don't know if you noticed that. 1, 2, 3. I'm a short guy, little T-Rex arms. So I put it down all the way to the closest position for this one. Line your holes up. And now you just push against the spring tension just a little bit. It's really not that bad. And pop this pin back in. Hardest part is just getting lined up through the other side. But there we go. So we're back together with that. Easy peasy. Yeah, I said that, whatever, I'm a dork. Pretty simple. So there's the basics of the KelTec Sub2000. Super simple gun. I like it. Wicked fun to shoot. Next time I get a chance up to the range, we'll take a video of shooting this thing. But man, it is really dead nuts accurate. Didn't have a lot of adjustment that I had to do to really get good groupings. I think the longest I've really shot it at is about 75 yards. And I mean, and we're still talking a nice small little group. Not bad for a 9mm rifle. A lot of fun, very, very inexpensive. Picked this one up for just under $450, and it really is a lot of fun to shoot. So I definitely suggest going to get one. Never had any issues with jamming. Takes any kind of ammo from expensive to cheap. I always recommend getting decent ammo, but you know, kind of just to see what I can get away with. I bought a couple of cheaper cases, and it flies right through it with no issues. So there we go. There's our quick little my two thoughts on the KelTec Sub2000. All right, that's it. Hey, thanks for tuning in to Beercast. Check us out on YouTube at Beercast Official, or listen to our podcast on Spotify, Stitcher, or Apple Podcasts. All right, thanks a lot. See you.